Well, guys, this is your host. Let me just pick up the title rather than just being the person who talks something in between, which is not totally related to the episode. So, title is Final Destination Bloodline, and it's an American supernatural horror film directed by Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein. So before we start, as always, we are just going to focus on the actors and the characters they play in the movie and as they are how they are lined up. So we have Kathleen Santa Joanna as Stefanie Reese, the protagonist character, and there are certain characters who make up the screen, but as always in Final Destination movie, there happens to be a protagonist character who runs the story of other characters. So I'm just going to talk about Stefanie only for the character line. Now, coming to the storyline, I'm not just going to spoil you because there ain't something to spoil about. So, the storyline looks like this. Stefanie has been dreaming about some skyview high rise restaurant collapsing and people dying, but she has been dreaming her grandmother's dream, who has locked herself away from the world for the sake of her loved ones. But Stefanie tracks her grandmother Iris down, and Iris hands over the book of tricks to save themselves from the death pattern that comes along. So when the Stefanie gets the book of remedies to save themselves from the death pattern and tolls, she becomes the target of death itself. Like the handing of the book was the first step of letting go of the death pause on their family. So death toll starts along the book was handed over to Stefanie by Iris. Takeaway would be the movie, which has graphical scenes at the highest resolution possible and in the franchise for sure. And if you are thinking you might have to watch the previous movies to understand the story, but no, you don't have to, as every part has their own storyline. But I could say this movie kind of linked up to the story of others who died in previous part. You will understand it if you watch the other parts afterwards. So movie deserves to be watched. Just that if you don't like too much of blood or too much of graphic, then spare your heart some life and don't watch it. Other than that, I can say movie has the authentic Final Destination scenes for sure. And as always, there is a protagonist character who always knows and who always saves the people, but eventually the people they save dies. So that's it, and I don't want you guys to miss out on this graphical movie if it arrives on the OTT platform. Have a great day. See you on the other side, guys. Bye.